Hey, what's up everybody? How you guys doing, man? And welcome to my Extreme Rules review. I am here to talk about Extreme Rules, like I said before. Sorry for the crazy introduction, but that's what I say from there. But, other than that, yeah, that's what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is, and yes, I'm using another webcam, because my YouTube direct webcam hasn't been working. My webcam on the other webcam I was using is not opening, so that's what's going on. So what I'm here to talk about is this Extreme Rules review. And yes, I have my mohawk and my sunglasses, but what I'm here to talk about is Extreme Rules. Miz and Cody Rhodes' first match. Cody Rhodes put in some offense. Miz was able to turn around the end, which was a huge surprise, which I thought was a real phenomenal, but Miz still executed very well, which I thought was awesome. So that's what I gotta say to that. So Miz does nail his victory with the figure four. I was hoping he at least nailed the skull crushing finale, but it looked like his moveset did change a little bit, which he became more of this determined wrestler. Miz Layla, kind of similar. Once they turn face, it's like they're their movesets kind of change. They're still the same, but it's just how they carry the movesets really changed. And that's what's really awesome. So kudos to the Miz winning, but match C-. Looked like an opening match, getting people into Extreme Rules, but quite wasn't the case. That's what I gotta say to that. And outside of that, it was okay. I was able to catch the middle of it. I didn't catch the beginning. Stream kept getting cut off, so I was able to catch the part where Cody Rhodes does nail his finisher. So that's what I gotta say to that. The Extreme Rules actual match, we had Chris Jericho and Fandango. The match was good. Chris Jericho started the match really well. He said he was frustrated, especially how Fandango humiliated him the Monday before Extreme Rules, 6 days before Extreme Rules, when Summer Rae faked her injury and Fandango assaulted him when she faked her injury. The question is, she's starting to become like the Funkadactyls, like when Cameron and Naomi were just dancers, and then eventually they became an active roster, especially when Naomi becoming an active wrestler for her first time as a Funkadactyl with Brodus Clay. She's one half of the Funkadactyls. She stepped in and got a match with Eve. I honestly didn't expect her to win, but I expect her to put on a good performance, which I thought was good. But Eve nailed the victory at the end. But I gotta say, kudos to Naomi for putting on a great put on a great match in the ring. Summer Rae probably soon to be an active diva on the roster eventually soon, when the Fandango thing wears off or in between that span. So I really can't wait for that. But other than that, Chris Jericho did put on phenomenal after getting humiliated, and then eventually Fandango, did get some offense in at one point, but Chris Jericho did open the match very well with his rage and saying he's all business, and that opened up very well. I thought that's what kind of caught my attention. It's like, alright, he does get some offense. That usually happens a lot, but this was kind of smooth. And then Fandango does get his match. He tries to nail some move off the top turnbuckle. Chris Jericho catches it with the code breaker, which apparently he nailed it. Chris Jericho gets his victory, and I thought that was smooth. Chris Jericho does get his victory, which I thought was phenomenal. So kudos to Jericho getting that code breaker. That match was good. It's a B-, even though it was an Extreme Rules match. We didn't want Summer Rae getting involved at one point, which wouldn't be the case. Good thing they did a generic match, even though, it's supposed to be Extreme Rules themed. So kudos to that. Next match we had was Sheamus and Mark Henry in a strap match. That match seemed kind of repetitive. It was like Sheamus continued to touch those three corners. Mark Henry cancels it. It happened almost frequently, and Mark Henry did get his points when he touches the corners, but I didn't really catch that, but it seemed like he did. Sheamus eventually gets the win at the end, and Mark Henry, did get some good offense in, which I thought would be over once he touches all the corners. Sheamus somehow gets up, which was kind of odd. The end was okay, but Mark Henry, I think, had a chance to get in that win. I thought that would be awesome, but turns out it wasn't the case. But Sheamus does get the victory. Hopefully, Mark Henry does get a win at one point to even the score with Sheamus. I thought that would be awesome, so we'll go from there. So match is C-, or C. Wasn't like up to par. Crowd seemed kind of dead. I don't know, but you know, didn't really catch my attention as much, which I wasn't very impressed with Sheamus winning, to be honest, for the first time. But you know, still gonna be a good feud. But you know, Mark Henry pulling those 2 tractor trucks, so he should have had more momentum winning this match, which would have been the case. So that's why I leave it to that. Next match we had was Dean Ambrose and Kofi Kingston in a United States title match at Extreme Rules. That match was really good. I was really impressed because of one reason. The opening of the match, during the entrance when the Shield comes down, the Shield did not go all the way to ring, and the ref comes out and tells them they cannot be ringside and kick them out, right out, get out. They walk out on their own. Michael Cole actually captivated that and be like, you look at the Shield. The Shield is walking away right now. Dean Ambrose continue to get in the ring and be like, you know what? Match is on. Dean Ambrose steps into the ring, competes. The match was awesome. Awesome singles match. That's what I thought was great. It was a standard match I thought was great. If it was Extreme Rules, the Shield would get involved, and it would become so repetitive that the Shield always has to get involved, and it's like they always need each other, and it's like this stable where it's like, alright, they're just attached to each other so much, and it's like, the Shield, I think, is starting to become more like Evolution than Nexus, because Evolution, I remember they had their moment where they had the phenomenal run with the tag team titles, Intercontinental, World Heavyweight. They had that great phenomenal run, so I thought that was smooth. And other than that, they also had, what is it? So the Shield, you know, starting that revolution with the United States and tag team titles. I thought that's gonna be smooth. I think that's phenomenal. So Dean Ambrose did put on a great match. The crowd looked really into it, which kind of captivated me. Kofi Kingston nailed his Trouble in Paradise, but however, JBL stepped in and be like, Kofi Kingston, what are you doing? Just leave him out for the 10 count. Which he threw him in the ring, wanted to get the 3 count, which kind of like was pretty captivating because Dean Ambrose was knocked dead. Luckily, he got up. Kofi Kingston nails Trouble in Paradise again, which I would be pissed if he executed it again. To see them nail that finishing move over like 15 times or something, and then he eventually gets the victory, but that wasn't the case. He misses. Dean Ambrose nails his finishing move. I forgot what it's called, but Derek Bateman, I think, did it on NXT, on Titus, and I think Darren Young, so I think that was phenomenal, but Dean Ambrose does nail his victory, so I think that's kind of smooth. So kudos to Dean Ambrose getting his victory and really continuing that run. So I thought I was awesome. So, yep, give that match an A. Solid A. Crowd was into it. The match was good. Kofi Kingston did get some offense, made him look like he's going to get the victory. That was the case. Dean Ambrose gets the victory, which I thought catch my attention. So, tag team match, which I'll talk about later, which 2 other members of the Shield will get their run in. Go. Next match we had was Randy Orton and the Big Show in an Extreme Rules match. That match was good. I actually watched it twice to see what caught my attention, but Big Show nailing down the kendo stick, making him look immortal and strong, which I thought was great. You know, Randy Orton did continue to keep fighting, which was great. I think that match was okay. It looked more like, to me, like, I don't know what to put it. More like, I don't know if I could say Spider-Man or Venom or something. Or, I don't know what to put it. It's kind of like, I don't know. But it's kind of crazy. But, yeah. Probably Spider-Man, some other superhero. I can't compare Batman to the other monster, the guy that had that thing around his face or something. I don't know how to put it, but that's what I say to that. But for the most part, we had a great match. Randy Orton, Big Show. Randy Orton did had some weapons in the ring, which kind of put some good use to it. You know, Big Show tried to nail that move off the top turnbuckle to crush Randy Orton. However, he ended up getting crushed with Randy Orton rolling out, and then Randy Orton nailed his RKO and kicks out. That didn't work and gets the punt. So from what I've been hearing is that, you know, they say, you know, Randy Orton would nail his RKO 15 times and it would get kind of dry because he uses it too much. But no, he uses a punt, which kind of puts more utility. I thought that was awesome for the Big Show to get knocked out. Big Show tries to nail his finishing moves here and there, probably knockout blow, kicks out probably Randy Orton did, but Randy Orton gets punted in the head. Big Show gets nailed out, in which Randy Orton does get the victory, which I thought was good. I don't know how this feud will continue, but I did catch Monday Night Raw. I haven't seen Big Show, but hopefully it doesn't get repetitive when Big Show continues nailing out random guys on the roster to prove that he's still a monster. I thought that would be completely repetitive, but other than that, that wasn't the case. So I'll see what happens from here there. Randy Orton did pull on a good match. The match gets a B. I thought it was good, but it was good for Extreme Rules to use the theme as the pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. I was hoping that would be the John Cena Ryback match, but nope. Last man standing they got, and I'll talk about that later. So we got next match we got after Randy Orton Big Show, Jack Swagger and Del Rio. Del Rio saying no. They try to put too much emphasis on saying no. Do you want to quit? I think the I Quit match I didn't really like. I was hoping they did prove me wrong, saying that, hey, you know, I Quit would be to good use instead of a submission match. Why didn't they have that match, submission match, if they were to do another stipulation? It would probably be generic, but hey, it would still be better than the I Quit match, and putting too much emphasis on Extreme Rules, putting I Quit in. I think, you know, JBL ranted on that, which I thought was good, using replay. It seemed kind of random that they used TV vision for instant replay. It looks so random. Like, that's the first time we even see that happening. I thought that was funny, to be honest, quite frankly. But other than that, it was good, but it was still kind of random for the replay. But why did that happen? Why is it that, you know, they throw in the towel? I don't know where that come from. They have to say I quit. What happened to it being I quit? They did that with Vince McMahon and Stephanie when Linda threw in the towel and she had to quit just to save her daughter from suffering even more of a beatdown. So it turned out that wasn't the case other than that. So that match gets a C. I don't want to. It was good, but it looked kind of typical. Always say no, you want to quit. It looked too much, but they kind of try and put it where it's like brutal beatdowns, and it's like, look kind of random for the most part. And then it's like they say I quit after Del Rio nails his submission. It's the same thing as last year with John Cena and The Miz. Well, 2 years ago, when The Miz goes I quit for a submission match, and Alex Ryan threw in the recording, I quit. And it's like, no, found a recorder. They could restart the match. That was a complete epic fit. That was like completely like the same thing as they did 2 years back. That's what I say to that. Next match we had was John Cena and Ryback in a last man standing match. That match was good. String kind of cut off for me, so I didn't get to catch the part where John Cena did get nailed, and Ryback as well, and Ryback helped him out, and they saying Ryback should have won. He was helped up. He didn't get up on his own and say 10. The match was good. I thought John Cena was going to cliche win, but hey, he still has the title. It was a draw, so everyone's a winner practically from that view, and Ryback still managed to stay strong that following night on Raw, where Ryback challenged John Cena to an ambulance match. What's going to happen from there? We never know, but hopefully Ryback does continue to stay on that momentum as a heel. Look like they're building him up pretty well with this feud with John Cena, and other than just a dish to John Cena to whoop his butt, practically. So, look like my video is about to go a little long, so I'm going to do another video on Triple H and Lesnar. Ryback and John Cena turned out to be a B-, which I thought would be a little cliche ending, but it turned out to be different than I thought, so that's what I say to that. But I'll be back with my Triple H and Lesnar video. The video's about to run off a little too long, so yeah, catch up with you guys for another part.